we're live. Let's see. Are we live yet? Let's see. I think we're live. Yay, we are. Wonderful. Welcome and sorry for the delay. Those of you who are long-time viewers of my channel should probably be very familiar with this spot. I am here on the bridge, the pedestrian bridge next to Ueno station. And the plan for today is to walk down to Ueno Park and see if there are any nice cherry blossoms around, because we are, of course, in the peak of the cherry blossom season here in Tokyo right now. And also please note that there is some very important cone work going on down there. So cones are always a big part of Japanese society, and these men are the ones who kind of build the foundation of this society by placing out those cones in all the important spots where they are very, very necessary. But enough of that, let's head to Ueno Park. And I think, yeah, if you're kind to me today and if you keep me in a good mood, I might extend the walk all the way to Akihabara. Probably looking at something in about an hour to an hour and a half in length. Thank you, Vidya. So things like that Vidya Santoso just did are good ways to keep me motivated when I'm on my walks. So we'll see. We'll see if there will be enough to keep me motivated all the way to Akihabara today. And a little weather check. Currently 19 degrees, going up to 23 today according to the forecast. Camera check. Today I'm bringing my Nikon Z6 II because I might have a photo session later today, but I'm not sure. So I'm bringing all my stuff just in case. Now I just have my smallest and most compact lens on it, but have a few other lenses in the backpack as well. And of course, as always, if you have any spots on today's walk that you would like me to check out, please let me know so I can give you a little update. We are currently here, so I will walk up to the park, probably walk around here for a little bit, then head down to the pond, walk along this usually very nice cherry blossom promenade, and then back down towards Ueno station and down to possibly Akihabara. Can we get a look at Skytree today? Here you go, Luke. Just for you. Just for you. It's a little bit hazy, as you can see, but Tokyo Skytree is, of course, always visible. Can I explain the art feature I just walked past? This one? Not really. I don't know what it's... I'm not sure, but maybe it's kind of like an interpretation of the sign, the symbol for Taito Ward, where I believe Ueno is located. I think it looks like something like that, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You can never escape the view of the Skytree. No, not as long as you're in like Eastern Tokyo anyway. From my neighborhood, Skytree is a little bit more challenging to spot. Not impossible, of course, we can see it, but you really need to know what you're looking for in order to get a good view. Skytree from Futakotama, but now we can easily see it. this big street here, that's Showadori. That street goes down to like central Tokyo. Not very interesting, I think. I don't know why I felt the need to tell you that. T-shirt weather. I'm actually wearing... I could be wearing a t-shirt, but I am wearing a shirt on top of it. But no jacket today. Already 140 people tuned in and watching. Let's see. My last stream we crossed the 300 viewer mark, which was a nice little thing to do. Now that I don't stream very often, my viewers have dropped considerably. Still can't believe that I used to have like 700, 800, 900 viewers on my streams a couple of years ago. But times are changing. My life is changing. My motivation for this channel is also changing. Or not really the motivation, it's more like the time that I realistically can allocate to this channel is changing. Especially now during the peak of the cherry blossom season. And this might actually be the last good day to enjoy the cherry blossoms, because after today rain is forecasted for I think until next week. It will rain every day according to the forecast, and who knows, maybe that rain will like remove all the remaining flowers if it's a lot of heavy rain. So yeah, in that case this would be a very like record short cherry blossom season. I hope that's not going to be the case, but we'll see. Don't beat yourself up. Part of this is COVID too. Absolutely, that is true. That is true. I see a face here. Yeah, now people are coming here for real instead of experiencing it through my videos. So of course that also plays a bit of a role. So as you can see, there's a lot of cherry blossom trees in bloom here. Not sure if they are in full bloom yet, but looks like some of them are relatively close. In full bloom maybe. Some people are doing hanami. Yesterday was a national holiday here in Japan, so I think many parks were pretty crowded yesterday. Looks warm. Yeah, it's 20 degrees. I'm actually a little bit sweaty. I kind of wish that I didn't wear my shirt. Just a t-shirt would have been enough. As I think you can hear, some people are already drunk. I think everybody who can go out today to check the cherry blossoms, because yeah, people know that we have crappy weather inbound. So let me think. Oh yeah, good. I can walk down here. No pink shorts. No, kind of wish that I was wearing them though, but I was not expecting it to be this warm actually when I left the house this morning. Maybe I should do a little hanami. It would be nice to sit down and have a beer under the flowers. But I haven't had lunch yet and it's a bit too early for lunch. Omoshiroi. Omoshiroi to omoimasu ka? Hey David, good morning to you, or good night, I don't know what. You're in Europe, right? Glad you managed to join despite the late hour. Looks really busy for a Wednesday morning. Yeah, like I said, those who can probably do their best to come here today, or to go somewhere with cherry blossoms, because this might be the last chance. Sadly enough, it's not a holiday in Japan today. No, it was yesterday, national holiday, but today is a regular day, so most people are not unable to go out and enjoy the cherry blossoms. We just got number 200. Great, thank you. Thanks for joining. I should actually snap some photos with my phone as well, so that I can give my wife a little update on the status here in Ueno. Sorry if I'm very quiet, it's just a little bit crowded, and I'm also trying to make sure that I get some good photos for the thumbnail. There's a lot of tourists here. I would guess that there are more tourists than residents here today, actually. Because yeah, most Japanese people have to work, so So let's head down to the pond, shall we? What a lovely place. Yeah, Ueno Park is one of the most popular spots for cherry blossoms. Do you miss when you had the parks mostly to yourself? Yes and no. Yeah, it has two sides to it. Of course, it was kind of nice when Tokyo was less crowded, because I'm really not someone who enjoys crowded places. But at the same time, the fact that things are back to normal now means good things for a lot of people. Means good things for people who can finally come here. It means good things for people who are depending on tourists for their income. Yeah, it's also very good for my photography business, because I'm having a lot of clients these days. Enough clients now actually so that I could, if I wanted, I could easily make it my full-time job. So yeah, can't disregard those economic factors. Oh, thank you, Wander. Thank you. Lunch money. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Appreciate it. And I saw your tweet or your message on Twitter that you're coming here soon. Yeah. Let's definitely meet up when you do. Looking forward to that. And of course, if there's anyone watching who is not yet subscribed to Bit of a Wonders channel, you really should do that, because he gave me money. No, you shouldn't do it because he gave me money. You should do it because his channel is awesome, and if you like my channel, chances are you might like his as well. There's some very Genki koi here. Morning, Daniel and Yuka. Thanks for joining. hungry actually. It's almost 11. Maybe I should do a super early light lunch just so that I can get an excuse to drink a beer. By these extremely overpriced skewers. Let's see. Let's wait a little bit longer. The videos are a welcome breath of fresh air. Thank you, Eskri. Thank you for your kind words and for your long-term support. Appreciate it. Plenty of fresh fish around. Yeah, that's true. Huh. Interesting, selling oden, which is typically more of a winter food, but oh, actually they have seats here. Yeah, maybe I'll do a quick lunch. Oden wa koko. Hai, hai. Let's get some oden. Why not? Why not? When did your rule for drinking alcohol come about? I don't know. I don't remember. It's just something when I started doing beer breaks, I realized I should probably set some sort of boundaries so that bad things won't happen. Let's see, I hope I have some cash. Yep, I do. Oi.
はいどうぞ。
名前ちょっとわかんないけど、
うん、
この白いのを一つと、はい。と、これ一つと、これソーセージ。はい。はい。それでお願いします。
700円。
はい。
セブンハンドルト。
はい。
その OK です。
ありがとうございます。あとビールお願いします。はい。缶はいくらですか？500円。ああ。じゃあ生でお願いします。はい。
500円です。
はい。
はい、いらっしゃいどうぞ。
ちょっと泡少なめお願いします。
すいません。
大丈夫ですか？
すいません。
オッケー、ありがとう。はい。
はい。
はい。
ありがとうございます。
はい。はい、ありがとうございます。Question is, can I carry all this and the gimbal? Let's see. Hopefully. ありがとうございます。Okay, I think it worked. Let's see if we can find it. Maybe here. Perfect. Perfect. Let's lunch and beer break. じゃあ、じゃあいただきます。First food, then beer. First sausage, then beer. Yeah, 500 yen for nama beer is kind of normal. It was the same for a can, so then I thought, why not? Nama. But in general, I kind of don't mind cans. Oishii. Oh, I forgot. Chopsticks. すいません。箸いただいていいですか？
箸、
はい。
OK。
Forgot to take chopsticks. はいはい。ありがとうございます。すいません。Corn dog without their corn, just a regular. I think it's called usually Frankfurter, called Franku in Japanese. I was quite hungry. This morning was a little bit stressful. Sorry, I'm eating with my mouth full. I'm talking with my mouth full. I shouldn't. So yeah, this morning was a little bit stressful because I took my daughter to the nursery as usual, and some days that's a very smooth process. She doesn't argue or she has no issues at all, but today, well, it was not terribly bad, but she got a bit grumpy because she wanted to pick flowers. She didn't want to ride a bicycle. So yeah, it's always stressful when she gets mad at me. $250 viewers now. Great. To those of you who just joined, I'm doing a little lunch and beer break here before I will continue my walk through Ueno Park and probably also down to maybe to Akihabara. We'll see. Some sort of fluffy fish cake. Bit of a wonder. I see. I actually didn't know that you had a child. That was news to me. Well, a child, a teenager. But I didn't know that you were a dad. But yeah, I guess it's just a matter of time until I miss those days of my daughter being in terrible twos. Even though right now it feels like I just want her to calm down a little bit as soon as possible and be a bit more reasonable. Did you end up getting Minnie that push bike? No, I haven't yet, but I'm still kind of thinking about it. They're very expensive here though, so that's kind of like making me a little bit reluctant. But we'll see. What a great spot. Do you have to pay? Yeah, these benches that I'm sitting at is that's part of this little Oden stand. So I think you need to buy something in order to sit here. But there's also, you also have seats down here which are more like public. These ones. And it's surprisingly not that crowded. Sure. And just 30 minutes since I started today's walk. I recently started thinking about if I should get a Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Does anyone have one of those? And could you tell me if it's a good idea? I have this Pixel now, that's my second phone, but I'm getting kind of annoyed. It's so buggy. I didn't have any problems with it before, but yeah. And I'm telling myself that maybe having this 8K video functionality is a good thing if I start making a different kind of videos. I can shoot them with my phone, because it seems like the 8K recording of the S23 is actually finally usable. It's been around for a couple of generations, but it's been very crappy before, but I don't know. The moonshots are fake. Yeah, I've heard about that. I don't care about the moonshots. I mean, that has been around. I even took some moonshots when I had the S21, which was a couple of years ago. So it's been able to do that for a long time. But I mean, how often do you need to take photos of the moon? It's not something I do very often. S23 Ultra is very heavy. Yeah, that's right. It is. It's probably heavier than my Pixel, which I don't really mind if it means that it has a big battery, which it does. But I also have the iPhone 14, right, which I'm using for my streams, and that's also a really big and heavy and chunky piece of gear. Anyway, I just finished. Let's go. Let's continue the walk. Gochou-sama desu. いいですか？
いいですよ。
はい、ありがとうございます。Have you updated your Pixel phone? I have, yeah. I was really like having expectations that it would sort things out, but no. It's still not as stable and reliable. It's like I'm having issues like when I'm taking photos. If I take a bunch of photos, then they disappear, and eventually, like 10-15 minutes later, they usually show up in the Photos app. But sometimes they're gone for a long time, and that's super annoying, especially if I take a photo and I want to share it immediately, like send it to my wife or something. So yeah, that's a really annoying bug. I tried factory restore, I tried a lot of things. And just overall, it doesn't feel as solid and reliable as the S21 that I was using before. Doesn't happen on your Pixel Pro. Let's see. Strange. I'm glad that it's a weekday, because otherwise this little path would be super crowded. Now it's just quite crowded. Of course, we have the swan boats. Always swan boats. As I've said so many times before, it's a law here in Japan that if there's water, there has to be swan boats. Otherwise, the water will be removed. Because you can't have water without swan boats. Do the blossoms smell like anything? They don't have a very strong smell. The plum blossoms have a stronger smell actually. If you go like really close, then yeah, you can feel the smell. But plum blossoms are more like much more fragrant. Have I ever tried paddling in one? I have, but a very long time ago. A very long time ago. Like on... Yeah. Huh, that's funny. There's some seagull on top of that swan boat. Yeah, when I first came to Japan, on maybe one of the first dates I went to in Japan, like almost 15 years ago, I went paddling in Akihabara Park with a girl, and then after the date she told me that that's actually very bad luck. It's supposed to be bad luck to go paddling on the pond in Akihabara Park, and then I never saw her again. So yeah, that's one memory involving swan boats that stands out to me.
Get your elbows on past that.
Yeah, it's still not really at the peak. There's still like buds that hasn't opened, but considering the fact that the weather will be crappy for... Let's see, actually. Let me check the latest forecast. Let's see what it says now. Yeah. Like rain, 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 cloudy for the coming week. So I'm not sure how many of these will survive that long. Like when it gets sunny again, maybe it's gonna be too late for cherry blossoms this year. Yeah, precious date advice would be always look up if there's some superstition involving swan boats before going on a date in one. That's a piece of advice that I can give based on my own personal experience. Looks very nice with the pink swan boat under the cherry blossoms. Is it allowed to fish? To do fishing here? I don't think so. I don't think so. Even if it was allowed, I'm not sure how clean it would be. Ever embarrass your wife with any of those superstitions? Well, I'm not the superstitious one. I don't believe in superstitions, even though I guess I've been actually affected by one. But yeah, I'm not very superstitious. I would say my wife is probably the one who is more superstitious than me in that case. Matches your shorts, which I'm unfortunately not wearing. Wait, let me get a few shots maybe here. At the end of this is a pretty good photo spot. Potential thumbnail. Where was your first date with your wife? It was not it was not on a swan boat in a pond. That much I can say. Yeah, the first date we went to was actually in Futakotamaga. Because she lived there. Now we live there. Beautiful day in the neighborhood, absolutely. And also you can see Skytree popping up over there. This is actually a pretty good shot with the Skytree in the background and cherry blossoms in the foreground. Yeah, sorry, I'm taking a ton of photos today. Is it holiday in Japan? No, everybody asks. No, yesterday was a public holiday. Today is a regular day here. This almost looks like it's at the end of the blooming. Like when it starts to turn green, then you know that it's almost over. Have any memorable first dates with my wife? Yeah, I would say one is when she took me to Norway and we saw Northern Lights together. That was the first time in my life to see Northern Lights. She's a Northern Lights connoisseur. She knows a lot about them and she's seen plenty. But I had never seen them before I met her and before she took me to Tromsø in northern Norway, where we stayed in a little igloo, which was a very fancy like glamping spot. An igloo with a glass ceiling, and we could see the Northern Lights above. That was pretty memorable back in 2018. Iceland also, driving around Iceland with a car that had a tent attached to its roof. That was also a pretty special experience. So that was not a first date, but it was a date. I don't know for how long it counts as dates. I guess it's always dates when you're doing it like together with your partner, right? Even if you're married, it can still be a date in a way. Norway is awesome. I've only been that one time when we went there to northern Norway, but it was truly amazing, and I really hope that maybe this summer we might be able to go again. Who knows? Was there a holiday yesterday? Yeah, I think it was some sort of equinox something. One of those kind of little bit difficult to define why it's actually a holiday. But I think that's why it was a holiday yesterday. With how bright the northern lights can be. I kind of knew it, so I don't know. I think what stood out the most to me, like I was very lucky. So we went to Norway for a week, and we could see northern lights for hours every day. So that's not something. I didn't expect that it would go on for so long and that we could have so much, time to see it and enjoy it. So that was quite a surprise to me. This is a very nice shot, by the way, with the high rises. There's so many potential thumbnails on this walk. Northern lights again. Please record it for us if you could. Wanna see it. I think it's pretty difficult to capture it well in video, because video you can't use like really long shutter speeds, but I can show you. Maybe let's see if this works. Probably need to find some shade for this, but I can show you one of my shots from Norway. Yeah, I definitely think there will be plenty of additions to the Patreon wallpaper gallery after today's walk. So in case you're not on Patreon yet, but if you feel that you would like to get some cherry blossom backgrounds, then by all means you should come join me on Patreon. That would also give you access to the Patreon only stream I did 2 days ago. And of course, one of the things with my Patreon only streams is that that's the only place where I actually show my face. So if you want to see what I look like, Patreon is also a good place to be. I don't know why you would like to see what I look like though, but yeah. Try to do this a little bit later. Here's also a good place, good spot for photos. Mister is part of the fun. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think so too. So maybe in that sense, joining it, that's an argument or a reason why you should not join my Patreon, because then it won't be a mystery anymore. Up to you. But on a more serious note, joining me on Patreon is the best way to support this channel, and it's one of the things you can do to make sure that these walks keeps on coming, and potentially also that I can do it more often. Camera shy seagull. Patrons means a happy TV. Yeah, of course. Any update on the supercar fund? Not really. I think there's still just like $15 in there, so we're pretty far from that Lamborghini, I'm afraid. But I'm still hopeful. I think we will get there. I think we will get there. But yeah, that's Ueno Park. That's Ueno Park for today. I think from here I will simply start heading down to Akihabara, which means that there won't be that much more cherry blossoms to enjoy. Hope you're okay with that. restaurants a bit expensive. Yeah, maybe. If you think $5 is expensive for all the hours of time that I put into this channel and the videos I do, then you're of course free to have that opinion. Look! A band of cones. Beautiful. It's hot today. I'm like sweating so much right now. Is that the kind of supercar I should get maybe? I wouldn't mind having one of those. That looks like a fun thing to have on a day like this. I see Coco-chan. Okay, thank you. I noticed that more vehicles on the roads are electric powered. I don't really notice it so much, and the only electric car that I can recognize and that I know would be a Tesla because of the logo. Or are you talking more about like electric bikes and stuff? Electric bikes are super common here in Japan. Almost every parent seems to have one that they use to take children to the nursery, for example. I don't think anyone at my daughter's nursery is coming on a regular bicycle. Like everybody's using electrical bikes, and you can get a brand new one for like 100,000 yen. That's like what, $700 maybe, US dollars. So they're quite affordable. Like in Sweden, you have to pay at least twice, but more like maybe 3 times as much for a decent electrical bicycle. So yeah, you don't see so many like of those kick bikes or like scooters here compared to many other countries. They are slowly starting to becoming more common, but I think the Japanese authorities are really careful to not make the same mistake as in the West, where there are like scooters basically thrown everywhere on the streets, which is really not a good thing. I'm really glad we don't have them in Japan in that sense. We just passed the 1 hour mark, and we are now at how many viewers? 277. Let's see, will we make it to 300 today? So now we're down here at Ameyoko, of course. So I will just follow the train tracks here for a little while until we get to Akihabara. Maybe I will stop by at this nice little coffee shop and do a little coffee break as well. Let's see, what time is it? 11, almost 11:30. Yeah, and as I've mentioned before, I bought myself an electrical bike 2-3 months ago, and I'm super happy with it. I got a used one. I think I paid like 80,000 yen or 90,000 yen for mine, but if it was new it would have been almost twice as much. So I think I got a pretty good deal, and it was in very nice condition. I'm super happy with it. I'm not the only one who had to dash across the street there. Live stream is now getting ads in it. Yeah, I think YouTube is kind of experimenting with ads in live streams. That's another good reason to get YouTube Premium, which is really so worth it. I've been a premium subscriber for many years now, and I can't imagine myself going back to regular YouTube because it's so nice not to have to deal with the ads. And of course, joining YouTube Premium means also that you're supporting us creators more, because we earn more when a premium subscriber watches our channel compared to if it's one who is using the ad-supported version. Let me check the map. This coffee shop that I'm thinking about is a few blocks down this way. Hamburger and craft beer. Jari loves his cheeseburgers. Or does he? I don't know. Is Jari a beer fan? Or a burger fan? I am. I like burgers a lot. But I've had it already this week, so I'm not gonna have it today again. I went to Shake Shack a few days ago actually. Overpriced, but still quite delicious. Let me check. Where am I? All right. Let's see if this coffee shop is crowded. If not, I'll probably get an iced coffee. Tokyo in a month. What's your favorite restaurant in Ueno? Good question. I don't really go to Ueno very often, and I can't really say that I have any favorite restaurants there, I'm afraid. Ueno is very far from where I live. I live like 1 hour by train in the opposite side of Tokyo. So I rarely have dinner there these days. But it's a little bit too crowded, so I will pass. I'll head down to Akihabara instead and walk around there before waving goodbye to you. If it was like completely empty, I probably would have gone in, had an iced coffee, but closed. This is a little shop that specializes in these kind of small mini computers and handheld gaming devices that I'm a pretty big fan of. I almost forgot that that shop existed. They opened like 2 years ago maybe, but I wonder if they are doing well because they were pretty expensive. Checking out pandas in Ueno Zoo. I see. I think one of those pandas in Ueno Zoo was supposed to be returned to China or something like that. It was like pretty big news not too long ago, but I don't remember the details. Need to walk that coffee shop with all the cassette tapes. The one between Sangenjaya and Shimokitazawa. Yeah, that was a great place. Happy Ends Bean, Happy Beans, Happy something something. I forgot the name, but that was a really nice coffee shop, and the owner was super sweet and even let me go up and film their like very cool office on top of the coffee shop. Would love to go back there sometime soon, yeah. Some of the streets here are super narrow and so long and straight. Kind of interesting perspective. Let's see, I think I can cross here before it turns red. So now we're at Akihabara. Basically, that's Akihabara down there, in case you didn't know. Best tea hits walk. Yeah, we should. Yeah, maybe I should do like a special video about all those places that I've discovered during my walks and that has turned into, I don't know, like nice memories. I should make a video like that. Maybe I should make it in 8K, filmed on a Samsung S23 Ultra that I purchased here in Akihabara after today's walk. Wouldn't that be nice? I think you can hear that I'm really tempted to get one. What's your favorite place you visited? I don't want to pick just one. There's so many, but like Coffee Person, Papa Noel, that sake tasting shop near Kappabashi, the coffee shop we just talked about. Yeah, there's quite a lot of them. Todoroki Ravine is of course always nice, I agree. It never disappoints. I should do like small feature videos maybe of all of these shops and interview the owners. I think that would be a very nice idea actually. Especially some of them, they probably know me by now because there's been quite a lot of people who has visited and told them that they found out about the place thanks to my YouTube videos. Should I cross again here? I guess I should. It's always nice to cross Chuodori because I like the views down this street. Oh, and especially when the trains are passing on that bridge as well. Another walk with that YouTube streamer gang would be fun. Yeah, I agree. I hope we can all meet up soon again and that we can do a walk together. That would be great fun. Maybe before I leave for Sweden this summer as well. Cherry Blossom Festival. We just passed 300 viewers. Wonderful. Thanks everybody for tuning in on this walk. Cassette Tape Coffee Shop is the one in Sangenjaya towards Shimokitazawa. Yeah, that's right. I think it's called like Happy End Beans or something like that. Something with happy and something with beans. Oh, I think my gimbal just got drunk. Suddenly it's not very straight. Are you leaving before July 5th? Yes, I'm leaving mid-June actually. Mid-June. First to Italy and then from Italy I'm going to Sweden. I talked quite extensively about my travel plans in the last live stream, so I can refer to that if you want to know the details. Basically, the summers here are way too hot and humid. I really don't like summers in Japan, so it's the best time to go visit my home country and my family in Sweden. You're landing on July 5th. yeah, we won't be able to meet them. Sorry. Would we have an Italy walk? Of course. Like, since I started this YouTube channel, it's been really like one of my dreams has been to go to Italy, to a lot of the places that means a lot to me, where I used to spend my childhood summers and record videos from there. So yeah, I definitely intend to do, not sure how many live streams I will be able to do. I'll probably prioritize 4K videos from there, actually, more for like my own archival purpose. I want to record it in as good a quality as possible, so I guess that's another reason for me to pick up the S23 Ultra, so that I can do it in 8K. But yeah, we are almost at Akihabara station, where I will wave goodbye to you today. So 1 hour and 20 minutes. Not too shabby. Hope you enjoyed today's walk. As well. Yeah, Sega arcades are all gone, of course. We've talked about that. Or not all gone. Or yeah, they're all gone. They're all gone. They're all Gigo now. And then I guess the last interesting little detail I can show you before ending today's stream is the fact that the Sega arcade just in front of the station is now a Namco arcade. I noticed that last time I came here. No live stream in Italy. I don't know. Maybe a few, but my priority will be to shoot 4K videos when I'm there. And since I'm just gonna be there for a week, and it's gonna be a trip with my mom for her birthday, I think my time to shoot videos will be somewhat limited. Thank you for another wonderful live stream. Thank you, Justin, and everybody else who joined today. Hope you had a good time. I enjoyed the cherry blossom, some oden, and even a beer. A beer on a Wednesday. How crazy? How crazy is that? So yeah, Akihabara station here, and this used to be one of the Sega arcades, but now it's actually a Namco arcade. Look at that. Oh, and before we end, let me fulfill the promise I made to show you the place we stayed in Norway. Sure, this is not super easy, but I think it will work. So here's this glass igloo that we stayed in. I don't know, can you see it? Glass igloo with transparent roof, and it's a little bit challenging to do this. And here's what it looked like with the northern lights above. So yeah, that was quite an experience. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you again soon, I guess. Not sure now when the weather's gonna be crappy for so many days. Maybe I'll manage to do like a rainy night walk sometime around the weekend. We'll see. But at least today's walk is now over. So thanks so much for joining me. Thanks for all the support, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Hej då. Auf Wiedersehen und mata ne.